What is up, guys? It is Nick Fiore, the creator of the Furious Nation YouTube channel, right here on YouTube.com. And this is your SmackDown review from last night on September 11th, 2020, or 9/11, from SmackDown last night. And I kind of was not feeling it last night. Not really a good show, if you ask me. Last night's show did suck. Though there were some good, but I mean, just nothing really much. There were some good though, but definitely better than Raw. But still, the show was not good last night, in my opinion. Your thoughts, Adam?
My opinion is with you, bro. It was not a good show. It wasn't a good show, but at least there's some could happen. At least there could happen on SmackDown.
Exactly. We have Roman Reigns, Jey Uso, and their thing. We have Bayley and Sasha Banks. Bayley explained her actions on the attack on Sasha from last night on SmackDown, which was a good promo from Bayley a night ago on SmackDown, by the way. So we have that going on as well. And we have the stuff with Jeff Hardy, AJ Styles, and Sami Zayn to look forward to.
Well, we were looking forward to that, bro. Looking forward to it as well.
And yes, Smack. Look. To be honest with you, SmackDown, it still sucks, though it's improving. It still sucks, but it's improving, and at least I got some storylines going on. And what does Raw have? And you were saying, Adam.
What I was gonna say, but I'm not looking forward to is Mandy Rose going to Monday Night Raw. I'm not going to the show as a whole next Monday night.
Yeah, guys. In case you didn't know, minutes ago, it was from Talking Smack. The Miz and John Morrison actually said, with the exchange from Miz and Morrison, Mandy Rose has been officially traded from SmackDown to Raw. Bad move. Mandy Rose is good on SmackDown. Do you expect her to be utilized correctly on Raw? Because I don't. And does Vince McMahon really hate SmackDown this much, to be honest with you? Why is he moving Mandy Rose to Raw? Does Vince hate SmackDown this fucking much? Seriously.
Yeah. If Vince McMahon hates SmackDown so much, then what is he booking the show? Oh, wait a minute. What are you saying? Oh, by the way, can you maybe you can do similar thing to DJ Storms and put the phone on with your laptop so you can hear me?
Yeah.
So Vince McMahon is booking SmackDown so it does not improve. It doesn't beat out Monday Night Raw as far as quality television goes.
Remember 2016 when SmackDown was getting really good and they were kicking Raw's ass every Monday in 2016? Remember that? Vince eventually caught wind of that. What was he like? He's like, whoa. What the hell's going on over here, guys? You're outperforming my baby Monday Night Raw and you're making me and Raw look bad? That can't happen. I got to get my hands on SmackDown now so that it's not better than Raw.
And you know what Vince McMahon's fucking influence came.
Yep.
This new Hall's WWE Championship run, all the way until we see right now SmackDown. Nothing makes sense.
In 2017, yeah.
Nothing makes sense.
And you do and by the way, SmackDown is still in that reign of terror nightmare in 2017 with Jinder Mahal. You do realize SmackDown's still not recovered from that. And it's come to a point now, it's going to take a while for them to even get up off the ground from that. That's how bad Jinder fucking buried them 3 years ago. It was so bad.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
So bad.
And Jinder held this title. And Jinder held the WWE title for 6 months. 6 months. Hello?
Awful. Just awful. Like, Jinder Mahal, I can hear you, bro. I can hear you. Like, what happened during Mahal's run? Shit, oh, that's right. One of the worst main event matches with him and Randy Orton and Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yeah. The only good guy he's had a match. The only people that he's had a decent match with was with AJ Styles and Jeff Hardy. That's it.
Yeah. Rick's jokes against Nakamura.
And Pokemon and Pikachu jokes against Shinsuke Nakamura too, and memes jokes as well against Shinsuke Nakamura. Absolutely terrible.
And then eventual loss to AJ Styles in London because WWE knew this guy was a failure. Because they did not hold on one with Brock Lesnar at Survivor.
My God. Imagine if they would have actually did Brock versus Jinder at the 2017 Survivor Series and still gave us that match.
Oh my God. This would have been terrible.
The match would have absolutely bombed, dude. It would have so fucking bombed big time. Mahal would have looked completely lost and out of place. Big time.
Jinder Mahal would have been broken in half by Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, like legitimately, Brock would have killed him. Like Brock literally would have devoured him whole. He would have swallowed him whole with one gulp, and he would have ate the bone too.
Yeah.
He'd look at Jinder, he'd laugh at him, and he'd swallow him right whole, like a shark.
Yeah. Absolutely. In fact, look at this. Even Bad Bunny. The rapper Bad Bunny would stand a chance against Brock Lesnar's WWE champion, that fucking Jinder Mahal.
Exactly. Jinder's run was so bad, and it killed it did kill SmackDown 3 years ago. It's like something that SmackDown's still not recovered from, unfortunately. But, anyways, man. But yeah, SmackDown last night, not really good. Go ahead.
Well, what I was saying, it's going to take a long time for SmackDown to recover.
I mean, like I said, it's going to take a while for them to even get up off the ground. That's how bad Jinder buried them.
Yeah. And that's how bad Jinder Mahal's run was. And it's not even his fault. We blame Jinder Mahal. Vince McMahon is mostly to blame here. Not the talent in Jinder Mahal. It's Vince McMahon, mostly.
I mean, look at in 2016 when SmackDown was getting so successful. Vince got so jealous because it was beating out his baby Monday Night Raw. We all know that. So Vince got so petty and jealous because something wasn't under him and it wasn't Monday Night Raw. And Vince thought it was, quote, too good.
If SmackDown hates SmackDown so much, then don't book the show if you hate it. If you hate the show, don't book it.
Yeah, Vince never cared about SmackDown. He's always viewed it as the, quote, B show. And he's like, oh, SmackDown, fuck them. Raw, they're the A show. Yeah, right. Yeah. Vince never cared about SmackDown. Why he even has his finger on it is beyond me, and it's just unbelievable, you know? If there's other things on his plate, now, why is he even booking the show? Why is he even booking SmackDown?
I like Trey Baker. In fact, I hope. I will talk about this later, but I hope Ronda Rousey comes to SmackDown. That's all I want to say.
And they need the star power. You look at the draft last year. SmackDown was shafted last year, and now it's the truth. It's the truth. And it's like, just look who they have, especially with their women's division over there on SmackDown. And right now, SmackDown needs Ronda more. Ronda, and I'm hearing rumors there's reports that Ronda's doing some training, so gives fans hope that she's hopefully coming back soon. And if that's the case, please, for the love of God, put her on SmackDown. Raw doesn't need Ronda Rousey. Look at who Raw has. I think they have more than enough.
They have Bayley there on Raw, but not the actual Bayley. They have Liv Morgan, Ruby Riott. They have Bianca Belair. They have Asuka, and they have Nia Jax there.
Yep, they have Ruby Riott, Liv Morgan. They have Mia Yim and Mercedes Martinez reportedly coming to Raw with the Retribution group. I think Raw will be fine without Ronda Rousey. They don't need her.
No,
They don't.
They don't. If Ronda Rousey comes to Monday Night Raw, if she shows up on Monday Night Raw, then what is the point of having SmackDown on the air?
Yeah. It sucks. It's like, it's just, like I said, Vince hates SmackDown. It's like, just, I'm so pissed about this. And Mandy Rose is good on SmackDown. Do you expect her to be booked right on Raw? I certainly do not.
Please.
And like, please get Ronda on SmackDown. Like, SmackDown needs her more than Raw. Raw doesn't need her at Raw. I think Raw doesn't need her at all. I think Raw will be fine without Ronda Rousey. And just thinking, Mandy Rose traded to Raw just now. I also think I know why. You do realize Becky and Charlotte are out for a while. So what does Raw do in desperation mode? They trade Mandy to Raw because Raw is so desperate, because Raw fucking sucks.
In exchange of nobody.
Unless you move Shayna Baszler to SmackDown in exchange, it's a fail. You think Mandy Rose is going to be booked right on Raw?
Like, come on. Like, seriously, why?
She'll be right in Raw Underground. She'll be right in Titus Catering on Monday Night Raw.
Can we get Ronda Rousey on SmackDown already? Can we have her with Bayley already for the Women's Championship?
Yeah, and plus I read rumors a year ago. Fox wanted Ronda on SmackDown because Fox likes Ronda. It makes sense to have her there. It makes total sense to have her there. What else does she have? What else does Rousey have to do on Monday Night Raw that she hasn't done there already?
She was already the Women's Champion for 8 months.
And like I said, you do realize Becky and Charlotte are out right now for a while, right? So why did they bring Mandy Rose to Raw? For that reason, because Becky and Charlotte aren't there, so Raw is now getting desperate. Just like with Raw stacking up this Monday, you do realize, guys, they gave away Keith Lee and Drew McIntyre non-title for free this Monday on Raw, which I am pissed about.
Disgrace.
Dominic,
WrestleMania worthy, man. Give it away on Monday Night Raw
for free.
And, what are they doing? What are they doing there? Oh, that's it. We're having Mickie James versus Asuka. We're having the Cringe Profits against one of the most underutilized wrestlers of all time, Bracket Cesaro, and the Japanese Dropper. Not his fault, of course. I know
Nakamura. Yeah.
And he shuts around Dominic Mysterio in a steel cage match.
Dominic Mysterio.
What? Desperation.
It's like Rollins and Dominic again, but this time in a cage match. And it's like, oh, but it's a steel cage match, though. I don't care if it's a Hell in a Cell, Buried Alive, or a parking lot brawl. I don't want to see that again. And how many like stipulation matches can Dominic Mysterio be in? Street fights now, cage matches. Can we get Dominic Mysterio in regular one-on-ones, please?
How long before we're having him in fucking Inferno matches?
Like, are they really trying to make him into LeBron Strowman on Raw with gimmick matches?
Come on,
please no.
At least he's more skillful than Braun Strowman. At least all Braun Strowman is really.
Yeah. I just he needs to be in more one-on-ones though, normal one-on-one matches. Stop putting him in these stipulation matches, for crying out loud. And there's only one reason they stacked up Raw Monday. Guess what that is?
DFR. Desperation for ratings.
And guess what's also returning this Monday, the same night as Raw? Monday Night Football. Raw knows they're going to get murdered and creamed by that. They know they're going to get absolutely crushed by that.
I heard. Look at this. I heard that they are concerned that they're going to get a big viewership decrease this Monday night on Raw. I hope they do.
I so hope they get a. I so hope they get a big decrease on Raw Monday with the ratings for Raw this Monday. I hope they do.
Please. Honestly, I want straight Mandy Rose. Can we please get Ronda Rousey on SmackDown? Is she a big name? Because of her UFC background?
Yeah.
Can we get her on SmackDown? I have her face Bayley for the Women's Championship.
I'd like that. I'd like that a lot. Plus, get Shayna on SmackDown too while you're at it, and have this Paul Heyman SmackDown heel group with Roman and Heyman.
Yeah. Get all three of them. Yeah, like get Shayna, Ronda, and Bayley with Paul Heyman. And you could have Maria Shafir, Jessica Duke with them. And you have Aleister Black away from Monday Night Raw, away from Raw Underground and after the SmackDown. And with Paul Heyman. And you get the Usos. Get Jimmy, when Jimmy Uso is medically cleared, get him back with his brother. And they're paired with their cousin and with Paul Heyman. And with Brock Lesnar as well.
Exactly. And you really think Lesnar, and with Heyman now on SmackDown with Roman, you really think Lesnar's going to stay on Raw with the draft rumored for October? Seriously? No. You really think Brock's staying on Monday nights?
Absolutely not. Fox are going to get their man very soon.
And hopefully Fox gets their man back. He was supposed to be on SmackDown last year, but then he moved back to Raw shortly after.
Like look at that. Have Paul Heyman, Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, the Usos, Aleister Black, the MMA 4 Horsewomen, and Bayley.
Yeah,
that's a stable right there.
Absolutely.
Unlike Retribution.
Yeah,
That's a stable. That is a stable, unlike Retribution and unlike Retribution, Failure-bution, and Akira Tozawa and his fucking Karate Kid like ninjas.
Even the Karate Kid Chang like ninjas from the Karate Kid 2010 movie, the evil ones. Even they're better than Tozawa's ninjas. At least they're legit and they can kick your ass.
They can be a legit stable on Raw in real life, other than the movie, that Akira Tozawa can with his ninjas.
Legitimately. At least they don't see them acting like goofs and jumping around like morons.
Yeah, at least they are taken legit, and they are scary to look at, and they make you believe in them to the point that they soon were going to get their asses kicked, and they were going to get what they deserved in the end of the movie.
And at least they were serious, and they were no nonsense. You didn't see them jumping around like a bunch of fools, jumping around like a bunch of circus monkeys. You don't jump around like a bunch of clowns. You never ever see them doing that. Never.
Or smiling for no reason.
Yeah.
That is a staple. Akira Tozawa and his ninjas, forget about it.
Retribution, forget about it. Especially one of the rumored members of Retribution, Mojo Rawley. Yes, Mojo Rawley is one of the rumored members of the Raw Retribution group. Who cares? How do you get people to not care about Retribution? That's what you do.
Bring Mojo Rawley to Monday Night Raw. In fact, does anyone here realize that Mojo Rawley's still employed?
The other day, I forgot that he was even employed. The other day, I totally forgot that he was even employed. And it's like at this point with the Raw Retribution group, bring Mojo to Rawley to Raw. I dare you. I dare you. I will not care.
Who cares about Retribution? Did you even care when they first debuted? Because I didn't.
I didn't either. And Dominic Dijakovic and Retribution, man.
Oh my God.
I know I don't want to get you started on that.
How long before Mandy Rose is a part of Retribution?
Oh God, please no. I hope not. Please no. If they do that, Mandy Rose's career on Raw is dead.
I mean, this is the only time her career on Raw was dead. I mean, just ask Sasha Banks about that. He has something to say about it.
Yeah, remember Absolution in 2017 when they made their debut on Raw of their Survivor Series in 2017? Remember that with Absolution?
Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville with Tate?
Yeah.
No. In fact, and who cares?
That was terrible.
Like, why did you call them up for no reason? They called Mandy and Sonya for no reason whatsoever.
Yeah.
What did they do there on Raw? How many months they lasted on Raw? 6 months? Before they went to SmackDown?
In the 2018 shakeup, yeah.
Yeah, what did they do? What were they doing other than fighting Bayley and Sasha Banks and Mickie James or a mixture of all of them? And Alexa Bliss and Asuka. What were they doing there?
Well,
that's right. Shopping.
Well, Asuka not that much, but mostly Sasha and Bayley and Mickie like every week. Every week.
Or Alexa Bliss. Or face Alexa Bliss. What were they doing at this point? Yeah, I think this is gonna get them over. Yeah. Yeah, sure. If there's one positive I could think of is that they actually beat Sasha Bayley in a tag team match.
Yeah.
Did Mandy and Sonya.
Yeah. And
Mandy Rose defeated Sasha Banks in a match on Monday Night Raw on the Raw after WrestleMania 34. So I'll give this a positive. Anyway.
Yeah.
But who cares if it even exists? Anyways, let's talk.
Yeah, but and one last thing before I get started with SmackDown, Adam. It's like if Mandy Rose is now on Raw, for the love of God, don't have Sonya go to Raw too. Please don't.
No.
Don't. Can you imagine Sonya Deville on Raw Underground?
I understand the story, but do not move forward to Monday Night Raw, please.
Keep Sonya.
Or maybe they are moving Mandy Rose to Raw as a storyline where Otis is going to be pissed off and he's going to put his money in the bank face on the line against John Morrison if he wants to get Mandy back on SmackDown. I don't know.
That could be something.
We'll have to find out.
That could be now you just brought that up. I didn't even think of that. That could be something. I never even thought of that.
Maybe Otis Peach is not with him on SmackDown, so he's gonna challenge John Morrison to a match, and he'll put the Money in the Bank briefcase on the line. But he will want Mandy back, but he'll get her back if he puts the Money in the Bank briefcase on the line against John Morrison in a one-on-one match.
Yeah. Now that could be something. You just brought that up, Adam. I never even thought of that. They could do that. That would make it interesting. You want to make it interesting, that's what you do. Any.
But that will be back to SmackDown this sooner or slow. I'll back and see them will be good. I hope. I just hope.
Yeah. We all could only hope. But anyways, let's talk about SmackDown. Not really a good show last night, in my opinion, but hey, at least they got something going on.
Yep, absolutely.
I mean, there was some good, some bad, but not really much. But hey, it's like with Monday Night Raw, what's going on? At least, like I said, SmackDown. At least they have something's going on over on the blue brand. The red brand, forget about it.
Forget about that.
Name me one good thing that's going on now on Raw. Name me one.
That is not named the Hurt Business. Like the Hurt Business are the best thing of Monday Night Raw.
And Randy Orton.
Yeah. Other than them, outside of Shelton Benjamin, outside of MVP and Bobby Lashley, and now Cedric Alexander and Randy Orton, what is there on Monday Night Raw that we're actually interested in? Minus Drew McIntyre. Well, nothing against Drew McIntyre. He's been one of the brightest spots, but even him is not saving the show. Outside of all of them, outside of Drew, Orton, Lashley, MVP, Cedric Alexander, Joe Benjamin, who is there that we are interested in our Raw?
No one outside of McIntyre, Orton, Hurt Business, but Keith Lee. Look at what they've done to him now on Monday Night Raw.
Oh my God. My God.
And they still haven't changed this theme music, by the way.
Yeah, that's why I fear for Adam Cole. That's why I'm fearing for the Undisputed Era on Monday Night Raw. Please, Bill, anything but Adam Cole, Roderick Strong, Kyle O'Reilly, and Bobby Fish on Monday Night Raw. That'll be great. It's going to be retribution.
Or imagine the Undisputed Era on Raw Underground.
Please, why would Roderick Strong be on Raw after what they did to his wife? After what they did to his wife on Monday Night Raw. But
then you'll get the idiot. Oh, but the UE should be on Raw because of Raw Underground with Marina Shafir, man. They want to keep couples together, man. Yes, I understand that, but Raw Underground? You really want to be on Raw Underground?
Look, we understand Marina Shafir is on Raw. You got to have Roderick Strong with it, but Raw Underground? Raw Underground? Are you mental? Are these people mental?
Do not.
By the way, where were they? Oh, where were they to challenge Sasha Bayley at Payback?
Imagine if they have Roderick Strong on Raw Underground being embarrassed by Nia Jax, or have them be embarrassed by the Street Profits.
Oh my God! Why?
Awful. But yeah, Undisputed Era, keep them far, far away from Raw, please.
If you're the Undisputed Era, call them up to SmackDown because they need star power there as well. Just like Ronda Rousey, they need the Undisputed Era on SmackDown.
And that's why and hopefully, and I don't know if Cole comes to Raw or SmackDown in the draft or a few weeks, a week. We don't know. Rumored draft in October, he could show up there. I don't know. But hopefully it's not Raw. I'm hoping it's not Monday Night Raw. At least Adam Cole on SmackDown. Not only do they need the star power over there, but I would not mind Adam Cole versus Daniel Bryan again whenever Daniel Bryan can come back. Because I remember the November 1st SmackDown on Fox where NXT invaded SmackDown. They had the main event, a 30-minute NXT title match between Adam Cole, Daniel Bryan. Freaking awesome. Absolutely incredible.
Like Adam Cole versus Matt Riddle again, like they had in NXT.
Or even Roderick Strong and Matt Riddle, the rematch from TakeOver 25.
Yeah, or have Adam Cole versus AJ Styles, or Adam Cole versus Roman Reigns.
Or Adam Cole and Jeff Hardy, or Adam Cole and Sami Zayn, Adam Cole versus Bray Wyatt, Adam Cole versus Sheamus, Adam Cole versus Big E.
Those are interesting. This is a possibility there.
There's a lot more. There's a lot versus Adam Cole on SmackDown. There's a lot more dream matches on Raw. You just get lost in the shuffle.
Yeah, they'll be given away on live television for Monday Night Raw.
Because I hope it's not Raw, but Raw is so desperate at this point. They know they're going to get their ass kicked by Monday Night Football this Monday, so they got to stack up Monday Night Raw with the matches I just mentioned minutes ago with this video, guys. But anyways, enough of us rambling. We've been talking about rambling stuff, 27 minutes. This is a SmackDown review, but like I said, SmackDown last night, not a good show, but at least something's going on. That's all I have to say. But
that's all we have. That's all we want. Some good storytelling about SmackDown. But the only thing we want is good shows.
And is Raw giving us good? And is Raw giving us anything on Monday nights?
Absolutely freaking not.
And I agree. Absolutely hell no. Absolutely hell no. Outside of Hurt Business, Orton and McIntyre.
I will be there with you on the Raw review. I will be bitching, moaning and complaining as we always do on Monday Night Raw.
Absolutely. I'd say five. I'd say 5 for 5 for Raw this Monday. Perhaps. I think so. You think?
What?
5 for 5 this Monday. The past 3-4 Raws have been absolutely terrible. Possibly 5 for 5 this Monday.
Yeah. It's actually been 4 for 4. 4 for 4 because the Raw after Summer. Hold on.
Yeah, the Raw
after Summer, the Raw after Payback, and the next week after that, we're fucking garbage.
Yeah.
Next week will not be any better. Nothing will be better on Raw until Vince McMahon is not booking the show anymore.
Imagine someone thinking Raw's going to be good Monday. If you think Raw's going to be good this Monday, you're a fool.
You're a fool.
How can anyone say Raw is good, man? You gotta be absolutely mental.
They gotta be joking. But anyways, let's talk about SmackDown.
Yes, absolutely. So,
Before that,
yeah. Go ahead.
Before that, follow us on Twitter and on Instagram as well.
Yep. So enough of us rambling on. We could go on and on, but this is SmackDown review. But we're gonna get started with SmackDown, and I'm Nick Fiore. This is Adam, over and stuff, and we're gonna talk SmackDown right now. We're gonna lay the SmackDown right here with the SmackDown review. So once again, I'm Nick Fiore. I'm Nick Fiore, and this is Adam. Thank you guys so much for joining us today on Saturday, September 12th, 2020 for the SmackDown review with SmackDown from last night, September 11th, 2020 on 9/11 yesterday for SmackDown. And we're going to talk Friday Night SmackDown on Fox right here, right now on the Furious Nation channel, right here on YouTube.com. Now, before we get started, follow me on Twitter at FioriNick579 over on Twitter. Remember to follow Adam on Twitter as well. Follow me on Instagram at Nicholas Fiore 2014 over on Instagram. Add me as a friend on Facebook if you like. It's optional. Add Adam as a friend on Facebook if you like. It's also optional. And remember to hit the like button on this video. Remember to hit the subscribe button on this video. And remember to hit that bell for all notifications with the videos coming from this very channel. So, the show starts off with an in-ring segment promo with Paul Heyman and the Universal Champion Roman Reigns. Heyman and Reigns are in the ring, and Heyman has the mic. He says that they told everyone what was going to happen. Reigns said he would come through and wreck everything and walk away Universal Champion. Reigns then authorized Heyman to tell the truth. Last week, Reigns' bloodline stepped up and emerged the #1 contender for the Universal Championship at the Clash of Champions pay-per-view.
Heyman called the Blue Universal Championship.
The Blue Universal Championship. Oh, come on. What do you think? What do you think this is? A Fruit Roll-Up title? Although it is a Fruit Roll-Up title, but a Blue Smurf title?
Yes.
Kinda.
The Blue Championship. Because look at it. Look at the color. Just look at the color.
Which do you think is bad? The blue design or the red design?
They're both bad. Can we bring back the World Heavyweight Championship? Can we bring back the big gold belt?
I love that. The one that Batista held in 2005. I think that would be incredible.
Or the one that Triple H held, and the ones that Shawn Michaels and Hulk Hogan and Ric Flair and Sting held,
and Edge and CM Punk, Jeff Hardy, Rey Mysterio at WrestleMania 22, Kurt Angle, King Booker,
The Undertaker, Kane,
Jack Swagger.
Yes, Jake Hager in AEW.
The same guy who was eliminated. The same guy who was eliminated in the Casino Battle Royal All Out not long ago by Sonny Kiss.
Yeah. And oh my God, Jack Swagger goes to a world champion in WWE to be eliminated by a man who was dressing up as a woman in a battle royal at AEW's biggest show.
Is he even a female or a male? I'd like to know. But
I don't know. But we're talking AEW. We're talking about WWE review here. But
exactly. But yeah, the World Heavyweight title. I wish they would bring that back. Universal title. I mean, the blue design's better than the red, but they should definitely bring back the world title, the World Heavyweight title to be exact. But anyways, so then Heyman says that then Heyman said that then Heyman has the horror and pleasure of introducing Reigns' blood brother and opponent for Clash Champions, Jey Uso. So then Jey Uso's music hits. He comes down to the ring. Then Uso joins Heyman and Reigns in the ring, like I just said. Then Uso cuts a promo. He says that he has love for Heyman. Heyman then goes. He says Heyman goes way back with his family. Then after that, Uso then thanks Paul Heyman. Uso then says he's excited to compete against his cousin at Clash of Champions. Heyman then says he can take no credit. Heyman says he can take no credit. You know what I take from Monday Night Raw? No credit.
Yeah, they get no credit this Monday Night Raw.
Go ahead.
Vince McMahon deserves no credit. Kevin Dunn would. He doesn't deserve any credit. Bruce Pritchard doesn't deserve any credit.
Nothing but the facts, bro. You know, Raw Underground, Retribution deserves no credit.
Dolph Ziggler doesn't deserve any credit because he's a clown.
And an idiot for signing.
Yeah.
We're continuing to sign with WWE for this. What's it called?
Yeah, for the Almighty. Because he loves being jobber on Monday Night Raw.
Especially in Raw Underground when he's wrestling the Hurt Business and Hanson and Rowe.
Yeah, of the War Raiders.
Yeah. So,
he's losing and destroyed by Bobby Lashley on Underground.
Yeah, exactly.
How long before he loses to British Fury Jasmine Duke on Raw Underground? How long before he loses to them on Raw Underground?
Man, that would be so embarrassing, man.
Yeah,
absolutely embarrassing.
To two inexperienced women on Raw Underground. That would be embarrassing for Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah.
But the idiot.
It's like you thought. You thought Dolph was buried. Now he's definitely buried. If that was the case.
Yeah. The idiot known as Dolph Ziggler. There's a reason why I call him the idiot known as Dolph Ziggler.
Yep. And you're definitely not wrong in saying that.
Oh my God! If he shows up on Monday Night Raw, he's showing up on Raw.
Legitimately. But then again, who cares about Raw Underground? So then Heyman says it was Reigns who gave the order to create the opportunity for Jay. Reigns then says Uso doesn't have to thank him. He said that Jay earned this. And then he said everyone is proud of Uso. He said this is Uso's moment. And Reigns says just like when they were kids, he is going to whoop Uso's ass.
1 second. Yeah, hold on. It's 10:30.
And then after that, it will be all love. Uso then says it ain't going down like that. And what happens? King Corbin, unfortunately.
Idiots. Speaking of idiots, Baron Corbin comes out.
Sadly.
Yeah, speaking of idiots, just like Dolph Ziggler, Baron Corbin comes out.
Oh my God. So you were saying about Jey Uso or something about a title shot.
Earned it. How did he earn it? The guy was off of television for about 3 months when Jimmy Uso got injured.
Yeah, I even heard the Jimmy Uso could be out, probably won't return until the beginning of next year, which sucks.
Yeah,
which really sucks.
So when Jey Uso loses at Clash of Champions, which he will, he'll be off of television.
Yeah, we all know Jey Uso's not won at Clash Champions. There's no way. There's absolutely no way.
At least he might do he would put a good performance. He'll do a good performance. But he's losing. And then he will be off of TV until his brother comes back.
Exactly. So then unfortunately Baron Corbin or King Corbin comes out. And why can't Roman wear a suit? Why does Corbin have to wear the suit, man?
Yeah. Why is Baron Corbin wearing a suit while Roman Reigns is not wearing a fucking suit? Where did Baron Corbin from?
Better yet. Yeah.
They brought it from the most expensive store shop of all time.
I wonder. I'd really like to know there, Adam. But better yet, better yet.
Maybe Baron Corbin knew that he looks pathetic in a robe so he wants to look cool with a suit.
But Corbin ain't cool though. That's the thing. And better yet, why is Baron Corbin even on this show? Seriously, why is he there?
Can we get off of SmackDown? Can we please get him off of this show?
Seriously, like when there's a segment and it turns out to be decent, Corbin, that like whenever there's a segment and whenever a segment happens and it turns out decent, and then Corbin comes out, he brings it from here to here. He literally makes things that much worse when he's there.
Oh.
Can we please get him off this show? If there's a draft in October, get him off this show, please. I'd like that a lot.
Yeah. No more Baron Corbin, better for SmackDown.
Yeah, Corbin off SmackDown. In fact, and I know there's going to be some idiot in the comment section. Oh, why would you take Baron Corbin off SmackDown? That's a big loss for SmackDown. That's a big blow to them. Big blow to SmackDown. Yeah, it's like
Baron Corbin at away heat. Nobody wants to see him on television, let alone in a match on SmackDown, because he appears so much.
Exactly, and just because you're the king of the ring doesn't mean you run the damn show.
He's not the GM of this show.
Nope. And in fact, like I just said, guys, Corbin, he needs to be off the show. In fact, and that's my opinion, and that's fact, he needs to be off SmackDown. In fact, Baron Corbin off SmackDown makes SmackDown that much better. Moving him to Monday Night Raw, man, oh man, does that make Raw that much fucking worse. Can you imagine a rumored draft this October? They move Corbin back to Raw, and they do a Raw program for the WWE title, Baron Corbin versus Drew McIntyre. Imagine if they do that.
No, please no.
God help us all. God help us all. I don't want to see that.
Please, Vince, don't hear what we're saying. Don't do what we're hearing you're gonna do.
Yeah, like you said, don't give them ideas, but Vince, Dunn, Bruce, please don't listen to this. Please don't. Anyways, yeah. But Corbin, go away heat. Look at MJF and AEW. That is how you play a heel.
Just look at Randy Orton. Look at Bayley. Look at Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano. That's how you play a good heel.
Baron Corbin, forget about it. He's not a good heel. He's booed, but for the wrong reasons.
MJF, Randy Orton, Bayley, the Undisputed Era, when they were heels, and Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano, they are being booed for the right reasons. And MJF is being booed for the right reasons.
And they're the much better wrestlers and workers than Corbin, too. Another thing about that.
Yeah, they are getting the heel heat that Baron Corbin is dreaming of getting.
Legitimately. And then Corbin comes out, he interrupts the segment, and he says that this is a classic case of nepotism. Corbin then says he can't stand when someone walks around and abuses their power. Really, Mr. Corbin? Really? Tell me about it.
And speaking of better heels than Baron Corbin, out comes Sheamus to interrupt the segment.
Yes, he may have lost in the tag match last night in the main event of SmackDown last night, but he's also a much better heel than Corbin. At least Sheamus can talk and he can wrestle.
Yeah.
And
speaking of much better heels, I can wrestle than Baron Corbin, much better heels than Baron Corbin, being booed for the right reasons. The Celtic Warrior comes on our television.
Yes.
Which we all like.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So Sheamus walks out to the ring and he says he agrees with Corbin. Sheamus then says that after he took Big E out, it should have been made a triple threat match instead last week. Sheamus then says he didn't have time to prepare. Uso then challenges Sheamus and Corbin to a tag match later tonight with Roman as Uso's partner. Uso then calls it the blood versus the butt and mud. Or the butt mud. Then Sheamus tries to attack, but Uso then takes out Sheamus and Corbin as Reigns looks on. So Reigns just stands there, not moving a muscle, and Uso does all the work. But your thoughts on this? Lame.
Really? Why were we getting a tag team match? Why is Baron Corbin involved in this situation? Why?
He has nothing to do with this. at all.
Yeah, that's good.
Why is Corbin even on this show to begin with? Why does he need to be involved with every single thing on this show? He's not even that good.
Awful.
But hey, Roman and Jay, and there were some points during last night, Roman was just looking at Jay like, and the cold look from Roman Reigns' face. So that noticed that a couple times during the show last night. So I'm still into this Reigns and Uso storyline. I don't know about you. What do you think? Your thoughts on this entire stuff?
I'm interested in it. I mean, it doesn't make any sense, but as Clash of Champions on a pay-per-view, it's a fresh matchup.
Yeah, and like I've said, and like you've said, Adam, like recently and lately, a bunch of times, look at Reigns, Uso, look at McIntyre and Orton. How many times have we seen McIntyre versus Orton right now? And why is Orton getting a title shot? He lost clean at SummerSlam to Drew McIntyre.
Look at this. Baron Corbin, equal. Did you see that?
Yeah, I just did. Go away, Heat is Baron Corbin. No one wants to see the guy, period.
Can we please get him off the show?
Legitimately. That's all we ask. Just please get him off this show. It would make the show that 10 times better.
Yeah.
But anyways, Orton and McIntyre compared to Reigns and Uso at Clash of Champions. Your thoughts on all of this?
I'm interested in Roman Reigns versus Jey Uso more than Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre. Because we've seen it already, and Drew McIntyre beat Randy Orton clean. At SummerSlam, Randy Orton, correct me if I'm wrong, did he lose after that to Keith Lee at Payback?
In 7 minutes from a Spirit Bomb.
Yeah, but he's getting a WWE title match.
And then the Raw after SummerSlam, Drew says, "Yeah, I beat Orton at SummerSlam, but you know what? It doesn't matter. I want to give Orton another title shot."
What a goofball!
I love Drew McIntyre, but how stupid could you sound there? Why the hell would you do that?
If it was the fuck finish, then there'll be a reason for Randy Orton to get a title match.
But was there a fuck finish? I saw no fuck finish with McIntyre and Orton at SummerSlam. All I saw was a backslide by Drew McIntyre. 1, 2, 3 beats Orton clean. And that was it. And like you said, he lost to Keith Lee in 7 minutes clean at Payback. Yeah, Orton gets another title shot.
Like, when was Mustafa Ali to get a title match against McIntyre? In fact, why cannot Shelton Benjamin get a WWE Championship match against Drew McIntyre to try to do what Bobby Lashley couldn't do at Backlash?
Yeah, I would have took that over McIntyre and Orton too. At least it's something different. Shelton Benjamin and Drew McIntyre.
Yeah.
Why can't we get that on Monday Night Raw? But we need to get Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton again. Why do we need to get Seth Rollins and Dominic Mysterio again?
Why do we need to get why do we need to get SmackDown superstars on Monday Night Raw in the form of Cesaro and Nakamura?
For a one night only for a desperation move because of Monday Night Football. Why?
Yeah.
Seriously. But anyways, moving on here, but lame segment, but I'm still going to give Reigns and Uso a shot. The match should be good at Clash of Champions. Jey Uso's not going to win, but it should still be a good match, in my opinion, at Clash of Champions.
Next segment.
Yes, so moving on here. Next segment, we go backstage. And so backstage, Sami Zayn is shown. And he goes nuts because they go to break, they come back from the break. Intercontinental title match, Jeff Hardy and AJ Styles. So backstage before Jeff and AJ came out, backstage, Sami Zayn goes nuts, and because there was a graphic and it said Jeff Hardy and AJ Styles will face off for the Intercontinental Championship later tonight. And Sami's like, "No, I'm the real Intercontinental Champion. I never lost this. So Jeff and AJ's exhibition, not for the title," says Sami Zayn.
Well, he's speaking the facts. He's the true Intercontinental Champion because he didn't lose it.
Never did because of COVID. They had this tournament.
Like he won the title, he defeated Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania, and then he was off of television.
And he beat Braun Strowman for the IC title at Elimination Chamber this past March. Speaking of Braun Strowman, we didn't see him at all last night either. Another positive last night.
Yeah. He did not appear so far since Payback. He hasn't appeared since Payback.
And Braun Strowman, stay off our televisions, please.
Please. Another positive thing on this show. Braun Strowman not on SmackDown. Good.
Show was bad last night, but some good last night, and at least it's something. And unlike Raw, but another positive last night with SmackDown. No Braun Strowman. Thank God.
Good.
So then we get to the IC title match. Intercontinental Championship match between Jeff Hardy and AJ Styles. Now, before this match even gets underway and begins, Sami Zayn then walks out on the stage. He says that this match isn't for the IC title. He says that he is the Intercontinental Champion, the true Intercontinental Champion. He said, and then he says, just because he took a couple of months off for personal reasons, WWE saw fit to crown a sham champion. And then he says, this match needs to be on record as an exhibition match. Then Adam Pearce and security then walk out and they tell Sami Zayn that it's time to go. Then Sami Zayn then screams, "This is an insult." I love Sami Zayn, man. Sami Zayn is a fucking national treasure, man. He is gold.
My God. My God. So these promo works make Jim Cornette proud.
Absolutely. How do you shit on Sami Zayn?
Like, apparently Jim Cornette is liking his promo build. Because these are these promos that Jim Cornette would be laughing out his tears. They likes, and he likes Sami Zayn other than his time when he was all hysterical.
Yeah. Back in Ring of Honor, but this is a good promo from Sami Zayn, but Sami Zayn, man, does he know how to play a good dick.
But Jim Cornette is liking what Sami Zayn is doing without being El Generico. And he likes this promo build that Jim Cornette is accumulating, apparently, back to the night.
Yeah, legitimately. But anyways, Sami Zayn, national treasure, and I'm liking what he's doing now ever since he's come back. You know?
And Jeff Hardy versus Jeffrey Nero Hardy against Alan Jones, AJ Styles.
Yes, so after Sami Zayn cuts this promo, which I thought was a good promo, now after this, AJ Styles then attacks Hardy from behind, and then when the bell rings, AJ misses the splash in the corner, and then after that, Hardy hits the twist of fate early in the match. Hardy gets a twist of fate on AJ. Then Jeff goes to top rope. He goes for a swanton, but AJ rolls out of the way, and Jeff misses the swanton. Then they go to commercial break. Now, I literally thought this match was going to last seconds, literally. I was like, come on, you can't do that. Come on.
Especially two guys like Jeff Hardy and AJ Styles. They don't deserve to be in a match that could be great and to be ending up in seconds.
Yeah, that would do both of them dirty. That would be so disrespectful to both guys. If that would have happened, then I would have been really pissed.
Yeah.
Then I would have went off big time on this. So then they come back from the break. And after they come back from the break, Hardy then trips AJ. So he hits AJ hits his face on this ring steps. Then Hardy leaps off of the steps for a leg lariat on the outside, which looked nice. Then Hardy lands the move, but crashes into the barricade in the process, so that looked nasty. So then back in the ring, Hardy then tries his patented double leg drop, but AJ blocks it with his hands. And then Hardy hits the Whisper in the Wind. Now he hits this, but AJ just got out of the way, but Jeff still managed to hit Whisper in the Wind, but he didn't get all of it. But then Hardy then calls for the Twist of Fury. or twist of fate, whatever. AJ then avoids it, and he hits the Ushi-Goroshi on AJ.
Twist of Fury because Matt Hardy's not there in WWE, and he's in AEW.
Or the twist of fate, or whatever. But anyways, then AJ hits. Then AJ hits. Yeah, twist of fate. Yeah, twist of fate. But anyways, then AJ hits the Ushi-Goroshi, but it's a near fall. Hardy kicks out. Then AJ then calls for the Styles Clash. Hardy then reverses it, however, into a double leg drop for a near fall. So he tried the double leg drop earlier. AJ blocked it, but then this time he gets it, and he gets a near fall on AJ. Then AJ Styles then traps Hardy's bad knee and drives his elbow into it. Then a drop kick by Hardy. Then Hardy misses a drop kick in the corner. Then Styles sets up for the phenomenal forearm. But then Sami Zayn appears out of nowhere, and he pulls Styles off the apron. So then Sami attacks Styles, causing the ref to call for the bell. And the match ended up as no contest. And then Sami rolls into the ring. He hits the Helluva kick on Hardy. Then Sami Zayn leaves. Your thoughts?
Well, it was the right move. I'll have to say it was the right move because neither AJ Styles and Jeff Hardy could lose. I mean, Jeff Hardy just recently won the title, and AJ Styles just lost that he cannot lose again, clean. So they had to do a fuck finisher. They had Sami Zayn interfere, and I appreciate that.
And a decent little matchup between AJ and Jeff too. And not only that, Sami Zayn never lost the IC title whatsoever because of COVID. And then Jeff is the champion. He just won the title. And AJ won the IC title tournament by beating Daniel Bryan. You do realize, I think it totally makes sense to have all three of these guys involved with the IC title stuff. You can't have two and then leave one out. You can't do that. Now, I do want to say this though. For a feud, 1 versus 1, it makes sense. It doesn't make sense to add a third person in this, only when it makes sense when it calls for it. This one makes sense and calls for it to add a third party in this with AJ, Jeff, and Styles. No, with AJ, with AJ, Jeff, and Zayn.
Yeah, this makes sense.
Because Sami never lost the IC title because of COVID. They had the tournament.
Yeah.
AJ beat Bryan for the title. Then AJ lost the title not long ago to Jeff Hardy.
I don't want to in this match. Why did this match happen at SummerSlam? Why did we get AJ Styles still being the Intercontinental Champion, having him defend the title against Jeff Hardy at SummerSlam?
Or Jeff could have won the IC title at SummerSlam. He still could have done that. Why do we need to get Apollo Crews and MVP at SummerSlam? Why do we need to get Apollo Crews and Bobby Lashley at Payback when we all knew that Lashley was going to win?
Yeah. And you guessed it, my friend. You guessed it.
Yep. And Lashley beat Crews at Payback.
Yeah, and what did they do, AJ Styles versus Jeff Hardy at either SummerSlam or Payback?
They didn't even have them on the card. Apollo Crews and MVP. How many times can we see that? Lashley and Crews, super duper predictable.
I'll give you 10 seconds to guess what Vince McMahon did.
Left them off the cards for both shows.
Yeah, I'll give you guesses what Vince McMahon did. I'll give you 10 seconds to guess.
Okay.
Now you can answer.
Yeah. The IC title, not even on the card for SummerSlam or Payback. Yet he puts Apollo Crews and MVP on SummerSlam.
Because?
Oh, it's Monday Night Raw.
Oh, it's Raw. Fuck SmackDown. Raw is the A show. We're gonna have Bobby Lashley versus Apollo Crews at Payback. Or we're gonna have Apollo Crews at SummerSlam. Not AJ Styles versus Jeff Hardy.
Oh, AJ Styles, Jeff Hardy, those two, they're too small. Those two midgets with no charisma. Fuck them. Lashley Crews, yeah, that's better. Yeah, says Vince McMahon. And SmackDown, fuck them. Raw, we got Apollo Crews, Bobby Lashley. That's better, says Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
Same with Lashley and Cruz and MVP. Bullshit. Same thing with the Lucha House Party versus Cesaro Nakamura. Why couldn't we get that at SummerSlam? But we needed to see the Street Profits versus Angel Garza and Andrade again. Yeah. Why do we get Street Profits versus Garza and Andrade? Why do we get that at SummerSlam? You like the SmackDown before SummerSlam. You do realize Lucha House Party and Cesaro Nakamura was better in the Raw Tag Team title match at SummerSlam. That should tell you something.
Yeah.
Street Profits versus Garza and Andrade. How many times have we seen that?
It's WrestleMania.
Too much. Too much. But anyways, man. AJ, Jeff, go ahead.
Next second. AJ Styles was backstage complaining that he's the true Intercontinental Champion.
Yes. Now, before that, I do want to say AJ, Jeff, and Sami Zayn. I am liking what they're doing and stuff. And I think I've said it with the SmackDown review last week, I think, guys. Correct me if I'm wrong. I have not been excited for Ice title feud in quite some time. This I'm excited for.
Yeah, we're excited for it.
And I expect a triple threat between these three at Clash of Champions. And that could honestly steal the show at Clash of Champions if they add that, if you ask me. That could seriously steal the show.
That could steal the show.
Absolutely. Anyways, moving on.
Give them all 25 minutes and a triple threat match, and they will deliver.
Absolutely. No doubt about that. Moving on, though. So then we go backstage. Jey Uso is trying to game plan with Roman Reigns, but Reigns isn't paying any attention to Jey Uso. So again, like I said, a couple times throughout the show last night, Roman gave the cold look to Jey, not even paying any attention to Jey whatsoever. So I think, sooner or later, Roman's going to attack Jey Uso.
Yeah, he's sooner rather than later will attack Jey Uso.
And Jey is like trying to have Roman be like, we're still good, right? But Roman wants nothing to do, wants absolutely no part of it. Your thoughts?
Yeah.
Like
that should be interesting.
He's just like, Roman's just like Roman has zero interest in that. It's like if a guy is standing there, he has no interest in whatever you're trying to tell him.
Yeah.
Literally.
Absolutely.
But anyways, it should still be interesting, though, in my opinion, though, with Reigns and Uso going against Clash of Champions. But moving on here. So let me go to Hardy walking up the ramp, and then he collapses. Then they go to commercial break. Then after the break, Styles then says that Sammy has to stop. Then he said that Hardy cheated to win the title, and now Sammy claims to be the real champion. Styles then says he can beat Sammy and Jeff. And then then AJ says he doesn't care what kind of match it is. Oh, man. One of the best in the world. He can play a good heel, a face, tweener. Man. Yeah. More AJ, less Corbin, please.
Man, please. More AJ Styles, the better.
Exactly, dude. So let me go backstage. The Street Profits barge into Cesaro and Nakamura's locker room. They have all these snacks and champagne set up in the back.
Who are the Street Profits? Who are they? They are not the Street Profits anymore. They were the Street Profits in NXT. They are the Cringe Profits on the main roster.
Yep.
Or the Strict Experience on the main roster.
Legitimately.
Remember when they changed the War Raiders name to the Viking Experience?
So stupid, man.
Yeah,
so bad.
The Street Profits, they are two things: the Cringe Profits and the Street Experience on Monday Night Raw and on the main roster.
Exactly, dude. Exactly. So Cesaro and Nakamura have this popcorn and champagne set up in their locker room. So then Ford and Dawkins barge into them there. So then Ford and Dawkins then say then Ford and Dawkins then say that they just wanted to check out the championship lounge. Cesaro then says they don't have time for this, that they have a match against Lucha House Party. Dawkins then says they will hang out back there and scout the SmackDown champions. Then Cesaro then tells them, do not touch anything. And then as soon as Cesaro and Nakamura leave, Dawkins and Ford then make a mess.
What do you want me to... In fact,
I don't know what to say.
What were Nakamura and Cesaro celebrating for? For the death, for trying to resurrect their careers on the main roster? What were they
Probably
celebrating for? That everything is back? That Sammy's back?
maybe.
What are they celebrating? What are they celebrating for? Did they secretly won a world championship on Monday Night Raw or on SmackDown? Well, in a video game, they win world championships in the video game that they do on the main roster.
Legitimately. But man, this segment, I have no words. Terrible.
My God, why? For Nakamura and Cesaro, the best you got for them is showing up on Monday Night Raw. The best you got for them.
And watch them get embarrassed by the Street Profits on Monday. Watch.
Please no. Please no.
That would be absolutely terrible. So then during a video, then they do a video package, and during a video package, Kalisto reverts to himself as the leader of the Lucha House Party. Lince Dorado then rolls his eyes. Then backstage, a trainer then tells Hardy he just needs some fluids. Then Sammy storms in and attacks, and then Hardy attacks him. So again, like I said, I like what they're doing with Sammy, Jeff, and AJ. Should be pretty interesting if you ask me.
Yeah. Like, put them in the ring at Clash of Champions for 25 minutes to do what they should be doing in the ring, and they will deliver you a great match.
Absolutely. And it's like, and hopefully they do the Clash Champions. They should, and I would not be surprised if they do, and they should definitely do it. What do you think they would have for the U.S. title match? Bobby Lashley versus who? Like Apollo Crews again? Versus Ricochet? No.
Nope.
I would do Bobby Lashley, Mustafa Ali.
This is a fresh matchup.
Which one?
Mustafa Ali versus Bobby Lashley for the U.S. title. That should be interesting.
Or better yet, they should do Bobby Lashley and Keith Lee for the U.S. title.
Yeah.
Another fresh match, if you ask me.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, AJ, Jeff, and Zayn should be pretty good if you ask me right here, right now. And hopefully they have the match, the triple threat with those three for the ICE title at the Clash of Champions pay-per-view. So then, Lucha House Party versus Cesaro Nakamura. Hold on.
Versus one of the most underutilized wrestlers of all time, bracket Cesaro, and Shinsuke Nakamura on SmackDown.
Yep. Now, Lucha House Party versus Cesaro Nakamura. Can someone please explain to me why we need to see this again?
What the fuck happened to Heavy Machinery? Where were they? To face Cesaro and Nakamura on this show.
Oh, that's right. They're too busy with lunch boxes with Miz and Morrison.
Yeah. And where were... Like, I have nothing to say. Look, the SmackDown Tag Team Division, the SmackDown Tag Team Division is fucking terrible.
Yeah, mostly their women's division over on there.
Kelly, please merge the divisions on Raw and SmackDown. Like, why couldn't you move the AOP to SmackDown rather than releasing them? Why didn't you move the AOP to SmackDown to face Nakamura and Cesaro other than fucking releasing them?
Yeah, legitimately. Oh, but that's right. But that's right. Vince doesn't want SmackDown to be better than his baby Monday Night Raw. Oh no, AOP to SmackDown. That's too good. That's too good, damn it. No, it's not. No, too good. Release them, Don. Release them, Bruce.
How do you release Akam and Razor when you're keeping go-away heat people like Baron Corbin and
Braun Strowman?
Keep a clown in his black underwear with a full hair in Braun Strowman.
And this guy was your Universal Champion, folks, for 4 fucking months. Just let that sink in. I'm going to remind you each and every single time, every single week, week after week after week.
Yeah.
This guy was Universal Champion for 4 months, and he comes out dancing in his own underwear. His own underwear.
He's like a clown in his fucking underwear.
Like an idiot.
My God. But embarrassing. And just like when we remind you, with Jinder Mahal being a former WWE champion, if you forgot, we will remind you the same thing with Braun Strowman as the Universal Champion.
Even Great Khali when he was World Heavyweight Champion. Remember that?
Yeah, we will remind you of this every time when we mention that they were former world champions.
Yes, the Great Khali was a world champion in 2007, unfortunately.
And Jinder Mahal was a former WWE champion in 2017, unfortunately. Now Braun Strowman is a former Universal champion in 2020, unfortunately.
Very unfortunately. So anyways, Lucha House Party, Cesaro Nakamura. I didn't really give a shit about this match because we've seen it before. We've seen already. Now, what happened during the towards? Now, there was one spot they did. Cesaro Nakamura double team move was like the jumping lead that Nakamura does, and combo with the gut wrench that Cesaro does. Nice double team move there by Cesaro Nakamura right there. But then towards the end of this match, after that spot, the Street Profits show up on the Tron. They're partying in Cesaro's Nakamura's locker room. They're making a mess in the back. Super duper cringe. This distracts Cesaro, and then Kalisto rolls up Cesaro for the 3 count. Fucking cringe, if you ask me.
Oh my God. Street Profits, Raw Superstars, the Street Profits, they got 2 segments on this show. 2 seconds.
Like, who books this shit? Seriously. Cringe Profits distracting Cesaro. Who books this shit, man? I'll tell you. Like, who?
Oh my God, the Street they got
fucking unreal, man.
2 people from Monday Night Raw, Raw Superstars, the Street Profits, they got 2 segments on this show. 2 segments. Yet Naomi was not on this show. Or yet, we're still wondering where Carmella is on this show. Or we're wondering where the Forgotten Sons are on this show.
Yeah. Jackson Riker, though, still has that heat on him, though, from months ago. But at this point, do they even want to keep him there or move them to Raw or move him back to NXT at this point? Jackson Riker, I mean.
And where was Drew Gulak on this show? Where was Drew Gulak? Where was Chad Gable on this show? Rather than the fucking Street Profits.
Well, mostly better, yeah. Why was Corbin on this show and not the guys you just mentioned?
Yeah. Ridiculous.
More the guys you just mentioned, Adam, and less of Corbin, please. Please, we're begging you.
Yeah.
We're begging you.
Can we get something new on this show? Like, why are they moving Raw and SmackDown wrestlers left and right to each brand and vice versa?
And hopefully there's a draft in October next month, man. And if there's anyone that needs it, it's SmackDown. But please, less Corbin on this show, please. That's all I ask. That's all Adam asks. That's all we ask.
Yeah.
Anyways, moving on here, folks. Moving on. Bayley then arrives backstage, and she has a steel chair in her hands. So then we go
Good.
So the next segment with Bayley.
Good. Somebody who will love and enjoy on the show. Good.
Yep.
Good.
So then before we get to the Bayley segment, Bayley in-ring segment, Utah's party then joins Ford and Dawkins and the rest of the party in Cesaro Nakamura's locker room. Who cares?
3 segments.
Who cares?
3
Moving
segments.
on.
3 segments. The Street Profits got. Raw Superstars. The Street Profits. 3 segments. Yet Chad Gable and Drew Gulak did not even get half of that tonight. Yeah, Baron Corbin. We need to see him in 2 segments on this show. Awful.
Yeah, absolutely awful. So then we go to the in-ring segment with Bayley. Bayley has the chair in her hand, the same chair she used on Sasha last week. So Bayley is in the ring. She has the chair. She sets up in the ring. She sits in the chair in the ring. So then Bayley has the mic. She's sitting in the chair inside the ring. Bayley says that everyone wants to know how Sasha Banks is feeling and when she will be back. She then says no one is asking how she is feeling. Go ahead.
What? Yeah. Well, they wonder when Sasha Banks is going to come back. Hopefully she's not going to return in a month. And hopefully she stays until the Royal Rumble. Or she wins it.
Hopefully. Yeah.
Or, I think what I heard something that Sasha Banks is going to return to address Bayley next week.
I didn't hear that. Probably not, but it's probably just a rumor. But anyways, man.
I think I heard Sasha could explain something to address Bayley next week on SmackDown.
It's possible, but we'll see what happens. But anyways, Bayley's
in a match until the Royal Rumble where she wins. That she gets a women's title match against Bayley at WrestleMania.
Yeah. So Bayley says everyone wants to know how Sasha Banks is feeling and when she will be back. Then Bayley says no one is asking how she is feeling. Bayley then admits to loving every minute of the beatdown she gave Banks last week. She says everyone wants answers. Well, she has answers, that Bayley said. Bayley then says everyone wants answers. Well, she has questions. Bayley isn't dumb. Bayley knows that Banks was just biding her time. She says Banks pretended to be Bayley's best friend. All along, she then says all along Sasha Banks was using her. Bayley then said that she knows that because Bayley says that she knows that because she was using Banks. Bayley then said she never cared about Banks. Then she said, thanks to Banks, Bayley was Bayley Doe Straps. Thanks to Banks, Bayley has held the SmackDown Women's Championship for over a year. Bayley then calls Banks useless.
I love it. Well, this is Bayley through Vince McMahon. This is Vince McMahon, by the way, who's claiming Sasha is useless.
Yeah, but this is a good promo, though, I will have to say.
Finally, a good Bayley promo that I'll actually not muting the channel on.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoy Bayley myself, and I do like her heel work and her heel promos. But this was a good promo last night with Bayley on SmackDown. You know, she was right in the camera. It just
who hates her in the locker room? Why? Like a baby face or a heel or a cleaner. She's always good at everything.
Exactly. But I enjoyed this promo from last night, man. I really did. So then, as Bayley walks up the ramp, then Nikki Cross makes her entrance. Bayley and Cross then stare each other down, and then as Cross gets closer to the ring, Bayley then attacks Cross from behind with the steel chair.
Nikki Cross, who? The C in Cross means cringe.
Oh, but it's Nikki Cross, though, man.
But how is she booked? On the show? Oh, that's right. She's booked as bad as who was he? Let me guess. she is smiling for no reason, just like Finn Balor was smiling for no reason.
When he lost to Bobby Lashley a bunch of times on Monday Night Raw and Leo Rush.
Yeah. Or losing to Baron Corbin in a match on Monday Night Raw.
Yep, and or Finn Balor on Raw in 2018 just coming out, just smiling.
For no reason whatsoever. That is the
He's like,
cross right there. That's the cross in the eyes of creators.
Yeah, Finn Balor on Raw. Yeah, like literally Raw in 2018. Finn Balor was just like,
you thought Smiley Finn was bad. You thought Smiley Finn was bad. That is worse.
Legitimately. Anyways, though. But
you got something, got something.
Yeah.
When she mentioned something about Sasha Banks and both how big it felt to win the Raw Women's Championship on occasions and Bayley becoming the first ever Grand Slam Women's Champion.
Yes.
And wanting to do what she's wanted to do. Sasha wanted to be there, to be with Bayley and needed Bayley when she needed her the most.
Yes, so Bayley pretty much saying she never needed Sasha and like always everything Bayley did was with Sasha involved. I agree with Bayley.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, please, can we get Bayley, give her a chance on her own? Like, her entire main roster, as a heel or a babyface, at her best or at her lowest, it's always involving Sasha. And instead of giving Bayley an opportunity on her own, it always has to involve Sasha Banks.
And then Bayley even said when she came to SmackDown last year, Sasha followed her when Bayley won the Raw Women's title in February 2017. She won because of who? Sasha Banks.
And then what Bayley did? Bayley actually defended the Raw Women's Championship successfully more clean than Sasha Banks did in her 5 rings. How sad is that?
Yep.
Like at WrestleMania 33, she only defended the title clean once, and that was at WrestleMania 33 was Bayley. More than Sasha Banks did in her 5 reigns because she lost it all in her title defenses at first. And her first defense. Yet Bayley has one clean in defenses, and that was only once at WrestleMania 33. Then Sasha Banks will have 0. How sad is that? Just imagine that. One reign of Bayley has one clean win in defenses as a Roman champion, but Sasha Banks in her 5 reigns has 0 successful title defenses. Imagine that.
Exactly.
But apparently, Sasha might have wished she didn't help Bayley win the title. I should have had Bayley win on her own, which she should have been Bayley winning on her own.
Yeah.
Or saving it until SummerSlam year to win the championship and not give her the title too soon.
Exactly. I agree with that. I agree with you, Adam. I totally do. So, anyways, then.
And they should have the title this sooner because she was only 6 months on the main roster, and then they gave her the title too soon because she was the only one left. Because everybody had enough of Charlotte and Sasha, so they needed a new one. So they needed a new woman to be the women's champion, and they gave it to Bayley.
Yeah.
Well, I understand they want something new. I understand they wanted something new, but don't do it this soon. They shouldn't have done it this soon. They could have easily waited until SummerSlam that year. Other than WrestleMania 33, they could have waited until SummerSlam to give Bayley the title for the first time. And give her a legit reign.
Exactly. But anyways, man, moving on here. After the good Bayley promo from last night on SmackDown, we then go to a fatal 4-way with the winner facing Bayley for the SmackDown Women's title at Clash Champions. Nikki Cross versus Tamina Snuka versus Alexa Bliss versus Lacey Evans. Why we're getting this?
Hold on. Where is your drink?
Right here, dude.
Tamina Snuka, Lacey Evans. Hold on. Where's the remote control? Hey bro, can I talk with you?
Yeah, I have remote control here.
What do you want?
I wonder how many people are changing the channel watching Lacey Evans and Tamina Snuka in the same ring at the same time.
Have you seen Tamina Snuka and Lacey Evans on this show? Yes.
Yeah. And I saw this match. Evans and Tamina were tying up. We're going at it in this match. Did anyone give a shit?
There it is. Thank you. Thank you so much, my brother. Remote, pick it up. Switch the channel.
Yep. That's. I bet you a lot of people are doing that when Evans and Tamina were on the screen. I bet you.
Tamina stuff. Yeah, it's awful. Can we please get Tamina and Lacey off of this show as well? Just like Baron Corbin, can we please get them off of this show?
Yeah. Maybe call Rhea Ripley to SmackDown. Maybe you call Tegan Nox to SmackDown. You know, Tegan Nox, there's nothing left for her to do there. Same thing with Ripley.
Right. Did you realize, in fact, Tamina and Lacey Evans, two women were released in April. Two women I wish were released in those 15 people mass releases on Black Wednesday. Are getting a championship match for no reason whatsoever. And correct me if I'm wrong. Did Naomi beat Bayley a couple weeks ago clean?
She did. Where the hell was Naomi in this thing?
Why did she? Why did she got a title match? Because since she beat the champion clean. And why did Mandy Rose be in this match since she defeated Sonya Deville at SummerSlam?
Terrible.
Oh, but WWE, look at Vince McMahon thinks we're stupid, though, right?
Sorry, Vince. We're not. Sorry, Vince. We're not blind. We saw what you did.
Yeah, we have a break.
Stop taking. Don't take us for a fool. We know what you did.
Yeah, yet Naomi is not on this show. Yet Mandy Rose is not on this show.
Well, she got traded to Raw, unfortunately.
Yeah, but what do you want me to say? What do you want me to say about this? No, can you please?
I didn't really give a shit about this match. The one thing I did see I was paying attention with this match was Alexa Bliss hitting Sister Abigail on Nikki Cross on the outside of the ring. Yes, Alexa Bliss hit Sister Abigail.
Yes, I guess the power of the Fiend has went to Alexa Bliss.
Looks like it.
Good.
And what are your thoughts on this? And what are your thoughts, Adam, on this current Alexa Bliss man?
Finally, Bray Wyatt has made Alexa Bliss interesting again.
I have not honestly with Alexa Bliss, I have not been into Alexa in months and years. This is the first time in a while that I've been actually interested with what she's doing.
Finally, so for the first time in 3 years, Alexa Bliss is one of the most interesting things of WWE. That is finally not shoving down our throats to the point that we want her off of television.
She's not even fighting for the title much at all lately.
Good. She's never even been the women's champion for about 2 years, which I appreciate that.
And her not in a title picture, fighting for a title. This is where she not fighting for a title. This is where she needs to be too.
Yeah. The only other thing Bray Wyatt should bring back for Alexa is bring back her wrestling abilities that she lost when she was facing Sasha Banks in a feud in 2017.
Yep, they got the Harley Quinn stuff down right. All they got to do is make her official Sister Abigail, and like you said, wrestling skills. But Alexa Bliss with the Fiend, you know, they could do it, and I think it could be it'd be something different. But
they could be the Joker and Harley Quinn of SmackDown as a couple. They could be the Joker and Harley Quinn of WWE, with Alexa Bliss being Harley Quinn to Bray Wyatt's Joker.
It could be very interesting, and I'm going to give it a shot, man. What do you think on that?
I'll give it a shot. I'll give this a shot.
Yeah, and I'm like I said, I'm going to give it a shot too. This could be interesting, in my opinion. This could be something pretty good.
Finally, something Alexa Bliss is in that is not bad. Finally.
Yeah, and I have not liked Alexa in years. This is the first time in years since I'm starting to like with what she's doing lately, and I can't believe I'm actually saying. And I can't believe I'm actually saying that.
There's hope. There is hope, Alexa. There is some hope in Alexa after all. There is some hope there. Fight.
Yeah. So Alexa in this match hits Sister Abigail on the outside of the ring to Nikki Cross. Then Alexa leaves the match. So then the ending of the match, Nikki Cross rolls up Tamina for a 3 count, and it's going to be Nikki Cross and Bayley again for the SmackDown Women's title and that Clash of Champions. Why? Can we get Ronda Rousey on this show, please? Why do we need to see Lacey Evans and Tamina on this fucking show? Why do we need to see Baron Corbin on the show? Just get Ronda on SmackDown and get Shayna on SmackDown while you're at it, too. And Bianca Belair.
Can someone in create?
Seriously.
Can someone in create explain to me why are we getting why are we getting Nikki Cross? Are we getting Nikki Cross and Bayley again? Why?
And can we send Nikki Cross to NXT, please? If there's a draft in October, can we send Nikki Cross back to NXT?
How many times you're gonna give this match over and over and over again to the point that you have to give Nikki Cross the women's championship? I'm losing my mind. It's crazy. It's crazy. How is Nikki Cross getting a women's title match? What did she do to deserve it? What did she do to deserve it? In fact, when was the last time she was on television? When was the last time she was on television before that? Oh, that's right. She had her mug being broken by Alexa Bliss.
Legitimately.
Not in a match, not in a segment, in a backstage segment. And here she is, getting a title match. In fact, when was the last time she competed in a match? I want to know. When was the last time she competed in a match?
In weeks. Weeks.
I remember she lost a battle royal. She lost a battle royal, that was her last match before last night. She lost.
Yep.
What?
Can we just have can we have Bayley retain at Clash of Champions and send Nikki Cross back to NXT? I missed the NXT Nikki Cross.
I legitimately wish we would get Bayley versus Asuka for the Raw Women's Championship. In fact, I would much rather have Bayley to Raw and have her face Asuka for the Raw Women's Championship rather than fighting Nikki Cross, Lacey Evans, and Dana Brooke again. Dana Brooke, yeah. No, please no. Rather than facing Lacey Evans, Dana Brooke again, Tamina Snuka, and Nikki Cross again on SmackDown for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Like, how many times have to see this match?
Yeah.
Lacey Evans. What was she doing? And what did she do to earn a women's title shot? The woman was in a storyline with Naomi for no reason. They dropped it with no explanation.
Yeah.
Tamina Snuka. What was she doing at this point as well? Was it her goofy singing of Triple H's theme music by Motorhead? Yeah, that's gonna get her over. Yeah, that's gonna get Tamina Snuka over. Yeah.
Can we please get Tamina and Evans off this fucking show? Same thing with Brooke while you're at it. But send Nikki Cross to NXT, man. I'll tell you.
And you know what the worst part about this? The worst part about this is that we will have to wait. Sasha Banks comes back to action to face Bayley. That's the worst part. So we're going to have to witness Bayley fight Barbie dolls and cringe wrestlers. And she has to go through all of this before she gets to Sasha. Ridiculous.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Can we please get Ronda Rousey on this show? Get Ronda, get Shayna, get Maria Shafir, and get Jessica Duke on this show. And have them all with Bayley, and all 5 women of them align with Paul Heyman and Roman Reigns.
A heel alliance on SmackDown with Heyman, Reigns, and Bayley in there, and the MMA 4 Horsewomen, and Aleister Black, and the Usos. And Aleister Black, man. Brock Lesnar.
That is a stable right there. That is a stable that could take over Monday Night Raw and SmackDown at the same fucking time.
That they would run roughshod on SmackDown, and it's like.
And Monday, they can roughshod through Raw and SmackDown. All of them, easily.
And that's a stable. Forget about Retribution. That's a stable right there.
It's all 10 of them, and they can dismantle Retribution in pieces.
Exactly.
With life, in reality, and in an actual fight, all 10 of them can to beat the crap out of Retribution. In fact, can we get Bayley? Can we get the axe that Bayley had to destroy her Bayley buddies? That he have somebody use the axe that destroy Retribution? Can we have her use the axe on Retribution and take them off television? That would be something that I would love to see. That would be something I'd love to see.
Yeah, me too. But anyways, moving on here. We then go to the Mystery Woman video package. And it looks like it's Carmella. Thank God it's not Eva Marie.
Good. Yes.
Thank God it's not Eva Marie. It looks like it's going to be Carmella.
If it was Eva Marie, then I would have been legit pissed off.
And me too. The whole Twitter would have exploded for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah. Can you imagine JD from NY's reaction if it was Eva Marie?
Would have been epic. The epic rant. Yeah. I would have loved it.
Because?
Oh, but give Eva Marie a chance, man. Why do you have to hate so much on Eva Marie, man?
Eva Marie sucks cock!
Yeah, I'll never forget that line, man. It's, how do you not laugh at that line? My God.
I love it.
How do you not?
But then, coming as that woman, as that mystery woman, I'm all for it. Finally, she's back on television. Finally.
And hey, hey, at least it's not Carmella.
At least it's not Eva Marie.
I mean, Eva Marie. Eva Marie. Sorry, Carmella. She actually tries on like Eva Marie.
Yeah, finally. Finally, Carmella is being seen on TV since Money in the Bank. Good.
Yeah. So if it's Carmella, happy to see her back. But anyways, moving on. Otis with Tucker versus John Morrison with The Miz. Who gives a shit?
Who cares?
Who and what happened with this match? Who won? Now Miz. There was one point in the match. Miz jumped up on the apron. He tries to distract Otis, but Morrison tosses Miz the lunchbox with the Money in the Bank contract inside. Then the caterpillar from Otis with the Vader bomb for the win. Otis beats John Morrison. Who gives a fuck?
And actually, the Money in the Bank briefcase was actually with Otis tonight. Who realized that?
So then we go backstage. Otis reveals that The Miz has the wrong lunchbox. The Miz tells Morrison that his lawyer said that there are loopholes in contracts and they could make this work. Then when The Miz opens up the lunchbox, there is nothing in there but an apple core. Then Miz says he is calling in a favor. Who cares? Who cares? Firefly Funhouse. Firefly Funhouse segment.
Hey, bro, before the next segment, this is the state of the Money in the Bank briefcase. This is the state of the briefcase. Look at this.
Fucking lunchbox.
Does anyone remember Otis being Mr. Money in the Bank at this point? Does anyone?
At this point, just take the fucking briefcase off of him, please.
Just give John Morrison the fucking briefcase.
Or give AJ Styles, anyone not Otis, the briefcase, please. Because he's done nothing with it.
Or have Otis fail to cash in.
Yeah. Exactly.
Anyways, the Firefly Funhouse, Bray Wyatt.
Yes, so Firefly Funhouse episode, Bray Wyatt. Wyatt reveals the newest member to Firefly Funhouse. Wyatt says because of Reigns, there is something missing from the Funhouse. How you deal with loss defines who you are. Wyatt then says it's time to have some fun. In this small box on a table, Wyatt claims that the newest member of the Pasquale claims the newest member of the Firefly Funhouse is Pasquale the Preserving Parrot. Wyatt then wants the parrot to come out and say something inspirational. So Bo Dallas, I'd hope. So then nothing happens, and Wyatt looks in the box and is terrified. Wyatt says he probably should have cut some holes in the box. Wyatt then chucks the box.
Everyone thought it was going to be Alexa Bliss. But she will be. She will be.
Yeah, I think she will too. And hopefully Bo Dallas, because Bo and Bray are brothers and it makes sense. But anyways, man. Then the Vince puppet shows up. He comes in and yells at Wyatt. Wyatt clearly can't handle the funhouse on his own, says Vince puppet. Then he says, Wyatt, you better play along or else you're. And then before the Vince puppet can finish, Wyatt then says he agrees. Then the Vince puppet introduces the special advisor to the Firefly Funhouse, Wobbly Walrus, or the Paul Heyman puppet. Now watching this, is this a hybrid walrus or a hybrid kind of rabbit with two beaver teeth like Wobbly Walrus? Wobbly Walrus, in case you don't know him, he is my long lost cousin from the Arctic. He'd always email me every week, man. And I always told him in emails that I always love big, long, nice, big chunks and logs of wood.
Kevin Dunn.
Yeah, it almost looks like Kevin Dunn too. Honestly, the next member of the Firefly Funhouse, I really want it to be an actual like the beaver thing, like Kevin Dunn. Imagine if they do that, man. Oh man.
My God, I saw it. I saw Red Bull Rabbit with Kevin Dunn.
Yeah, but
Red Rabbit has this buck tooth, as Kevin Dunn does.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah. I would love to see an actual beaver on this show. An actual reveal to the next member of the Firefly Funhouse be an actual beaver, Kevin Dunn.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on this, though?
But the best thing you could do for Bray Wyatt, a new member, is as a puppet. Like, can we get Bo Dallas? Like, nothing against the decision, but can we get Bo Dallas to the Firefly Funhouse?
Yeah, I'd like that.
And he's another one who wasn't even on this show. Like, where's Bo Dallas as well? Bruce, where's Bo Dallas?
Yeah. We haven't even seen him in a year, I don't think.
We have not seen Bo Dallas since he was beaten up with Curtis Axel by Tyson Fury at 40 Clown on SmackDown in Manchester.
In November of last year, yeah. But Bo Dallas with Bray Wyatt, I'd love it. You have Alexa Bliss there. We all know Bliss is coming with the Fiend, but I think that'd be awesome. Bliss, Fiend, and Dallas.
That should be interesting. Yeah, you add Nikki Cross to the list as well. You could add Nikki Cross.
Definitely.
And Bray Wyatt. Have Bray Wyatt bring back the NXT version of Nikki Cross on the main roster.
Absolutely. I think that'd be cool. I think that would definitely be cool, man. But anyways, then we get to the main event of the show. Roman Reigns and Jey Uso with Paul Heyman versus Baron Corbin and Sheamus. So Jey Uso, he makes his entrance. Then as soon as he makes his entrance, Sheamus attacks him from behind. Sheamus blindsides Jey Uso. Then Sheamus tosses Uso into the ring as the bell rings, as the ref rings the bell. So Uso is surrounded. Then Uso rolls up Corbin for a near fall. Uso then runs right into a deep six by Corbin, but Uso kicks out. Then Sheamus and Corbin then take turns working over Uso in the corner. Then Uso knocks Sheamus off the apron. Uso then Samoan drops Corbin. Then Jey Uso misses a running hip attack. Then Sheamus gets a near fall after the white noise. Sheamus calls for the bro kick. Now, with Jey Uso fighting Sheamus and Corbin this thing, Roman didn't even show up until the mid match. Then Reigns' music hits, and while Sheamus is distracted, Uso super kicks Sheamus. Then Uso goes up the top rope. Reigns then tags himself in, and Uso hits the Uso splash. Then when Uso went to go for the cover, the ref tells him that he isn't the legal man. He said that Reigns was. So Jay got a little pissed off at Roman. And then Roman goes into business for himself. He hits the spear on Sheamus for the win. Roman and Uso win this match. Then Reigns helps Uso to his feet and leaves. Then Uso looks on as Heyman presents Reigns with the Universal Championship to Reigns. Then Uso joins them on the ramp. Uso then raises Reigns' hand that he is holding the Universal title with. Then Roman gives Uso a death stare look for touching him and eyeing the Universal Championship. And that is how SmackDown went off the air last night. Your thoughts?
Awful show last night. The show sucked. But at least they're continuing some interesting storylines on this show. And that's all we want. At least the show wasn't that good, but at least they are doing a good job with the storylines that they're telling. With that they're giving us, with Roman and Jey Uso and Sasha, Bayley, and Owens, Zayn, and Styles.
No, Sammy, Jeff, and AJ. Speaking of Owens, Kevin Owens, get him off Raw too. Can we put him back with Sami Zayn on SmackDown? I remember Sammy and Owens pairing. Sorry, that was my mom. Guys, by the way, if in case you didn't know, sorry about that, guys. But anyways, as I was saying, Adam, Kevin Owens, he got another guy that's doing nothing on Raw. I remember SmackDown 2017 pairing with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. Remember that with the Yup movement stuff they were doing. Remember that? Hilarious.
They were the highlight of this show. Like, along with the New Day and Usos, Sammy and Owens were the highlight of the show.
Wait. Sammy, is Shane McMahon overtaking us on SmackDown right here in 2017? Yep. Does Dana Bryan have something against us just like Shane McMahon here on SmackDown? Yep. Does Shane not want us to be successful here on this brand, and he wants us to lose to Orton and Nakamura on this show?
Yeah.
Does Shane and Daniel have beef with us, or do they want us to lose to New Day on SmackDown in a nothing match?
Yep.
Or better yet, do Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan not want us to have any chance on this show whatsoever because they have a vendetta against us?
Yep.
I wish, Owens ain't doing shit on Raw. Can we get him on SmackDown and put him back with Sami Zayn, please?
Yeah. I get Sami Zayn off of Nakamura and Cesaro, and you get the Yep movement back together.
Yeah, forget about Sammy, Nakamura, Cesaro. That was interesting himself, but Sammy and Owens, they gotta bring them back. And honestly, Sammy and Owens on the same brand, I don't care. They're real life best friends, and they're lifelong rivals. They're destined to fight forever. I have no problem with that.
Yeah, get them back as a tag team on SmackDown because they need tag teams.
Yeah. And especially if they break up Miz and Morrison up in the and Miz and Morrison, especially if they break them up in the draft, or if they do anything else, you might as well just do it. And they were a good pairing in 2017.
Yeah. Like get Kevin Owens, get Aleister Black, get Shayna Baszler, Maria Shafir, Justin Duke, and Ronda Rousey on SmackDown.
I think that'd be great. I think that would definitely be great. And now that Shane McMahon's on Raw with Raw Underground, there's no reason for Kevin Owens to even still remain on Raw.
Yeah. Get him to SmackDown and have him back.
Like with Kevin Owens, what is he even doing on Monday Night Raw?
Raw failure ground with Aleister Black.
He ain't doing jack shit on Monday Night Raw. Doing absolutely nothing on Monday Night Raw. But yeah, just like Adam and I said, get Kevin Owens on SmackDown. I think that'd be good for him, and Sammy and Owens back together on SmackDown. I would not mind that at all, man. I really wouldn't. And that's my opinion on that. But then the main event, Sheamus pinned in this match, but hey, at least he's a better heel than Corbin. That's all I got to say on that. But this show last night, not a good show last night. But hey, at least they got something going on storyline wise over there. Name me one thing. Like with Raw, name me one thing that's going on over there that people actually are interested. That people are actually interested in on Raw. Name me one.
The Hurt Business. That's about it.
And Randy Orton, even Drew McIntyre, and it's not his fault with his WWE title reign. Even his reign has not even been that good. It's been very just. What is it? What is the term? Underwhelming.
Or disappointing.
Yeah. When you have him in matches with Dolph Ziggler and Big Show and, Bobby Lashley, just nothing matches. Seth Rollins, nothing matches. Hello?
But anyways, I can hear about the matches were good, but due to earn a WWE title. They did not. So it says Seth Rollins and Bobby Lashley.
Then he beat Orton clean at SummerSlam. Then he says, yeah, I did Orton clean at SummerSlam, but he deserves another title shot anyways.
What a goofball.
Why would you do that? I love Drew McIntyre. Don't get me wrong, guys, but as a champion, why would you even say something so dumb like that? It's stupid.
What if you get Drew McIntyre and Mustafa Ali as Clash Champions?
Even if I was a world champion and no matter the promotion, WWE, AEW, doesn't matter, I wouldn't even do that. I wouldn't be up there saying, yeah, you know what, I beat you, but you deserve another shot anyways. I would never do that.
Yeah.
It's so illogical, and it's a big logic gap. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
Absolutely no sense. But anyways, I was about to say it. But yeah, at least SmackDown, though a bad show last night, at least they got has something going on, unlike Raw.
Some positives on this show. Some positives.
Yeah. Bad show last night, but we're some good. But
it wasn't good, but hey, at least there were some positives there. I think there were some positives on the show. Roman Reigns, Jey Uso, Bayley, and
Bayley, Sasha.
SmackDown. No Braun Strowman on the show.
Yep, and then Bayley and Sasha and Sammy, Jeff and AJ, and no Braun Strowman. And and what? However, though, what we are going to be pissed about is this Monday with Raw. Keith Lee, Drew McIntyre given away for free. Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio, Seth Rollins again, but this time in a cage match. Cesaro Nakamura versus Street Profits. Mickie James, Asuka, Raw Women's title. You couldn't. I do not care.
Who cares? This is nothing more but desperation to try to boost Monday Night Raw future that will ultimately fail in their faces.
And desperation because of Monday Night Football as well.
It's gonna bite them in the ass. That's gonna bite them in the ass.
Yep. And like I said earlier in this video, guys, Raw this Monday, I hope they get a very low rating for Raw this Monday night. I hope so.
Big decrease next Monday on Raw.
I hope so. But anyways, man, that was your that is your SmackDown review for SmackDown last night, September the 11th of 2020. Last night with SmackDown Friday Night SmackDown on Fox, and that is that. thank you guys so much for joining me here, and thank you guys so much for joining me and Adam right here in the Furious Nation channel, right here on YouTube for the SmackDown review from last night. And thank you guys so much for joining us for that, the SmackDown review from SmackDown last night. And I will see you next time for the Monday Night Raw review, which we're going to be bitching and complaining about, which we will. Rinse and repeat wrestling. That's what Raw is. That's what Raw stands for. Rinse and repeat wrestling.
My God, dude. My God.
If I watch Monday at Raw this Monday, and if I see Street Profits versus Garza and Andrade again, I'm gonna go off. Seriously.
See, those things on the underground. Oh.
Raw will be another shit show Monday. I guarantee it.
My God.
It's gonna be absolutely awful. It'll be absolutely awful, man. Not even funny.
We're gonna see you guys on Raw.
Definitely. And when I do the Raw review here on the channel, when the next time I see you with the Raw review, it's gonna be a rant. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. But anyways, man, I'll see you next time right here on the Furious Nation channel right here on YouTube. Next time for the Raw review, though. I'll see you at next time. And myself and Adam will see you next time right here for this channel, though. Anyways, for the Monday Night Raw review. And we're going to get the hell out of here. So thank you guys so much for joining us here for the SmackDown review from SmackDown last night. We'll see you next time for the Raw review. Follow me on Twitter at FioriNick579 over on Twitter. Follow Adam on Twitter as well. You can add me as a friend on Facebook if you like. You can add Adam as a friend on Facebook if you like as well. And remember to follow me on Instagram at NicholasFiore2014. And that as far as social media platforms go. And also, with that, remember to hit the like button. Remember to hit the bell for all notifications with the videos coming from this very channel. Remember to hit the like button, like I just mentioned. And remember to hit the subscribe button as well. And that is that. Thank you guys so much for joining myself and Adam right here for the SmackDown review. And I'll talk to you guys later. Hopefully you guys have a good night, a good day today. And thank you guys so much for joining us for the SmackDown review from SmackDown last night. And we'll see you next time for the Monday Night Raw review. Rinse and repeat wrestling is what Monday Night Raw stands for. Talk to you guys later.